All right, friends, it's T-Man. I'm back with a new video, and it's on, again, this natural bodybuilding Galant, whatever, Galant guy. You are one if you do this, natural bodybuilding expert. You're one if you do this, whatever. I know he's talking about me in this video, but whatever. He's talking about bodybuilding mastery, how to recognize it. Well, man, how to recognize it? It's really simple. How do you recognize real bodybuilding mastery? Well, I did it because I got the photos to prove it, and I got the science to back me up on it. Now, what science does he have to back up that concentric exercise really built this body that he claims he built naturally doing concentric exercises? Man, and he says, well, what is he he says, what is he the person has accomplished? Well, what has he accomplished? I don't know. He's gonna say slander and this and that. I didn't do any slander. Did I get struck for slander? I got struck for copyright. That's what you struck me for, right? Then he tries to say somebody slandered him because I did a reaction video to his video. He's crazy, man. But anyways, the point is, what have you accomplished? Well, what have steroid people accomplished? Think about it. What have they accomplished? Nothing. They accomplished that they can inject steroids and fake it to make it. Get it? So they didn't make it with their concentric exercises, right? Naturally. What made them think it would make it with steroids? That's why when they go off, it goes bye-bye. And then what do? They suck it up, and then they have to take TRT all day. So what have they accomplished, these fake bodybuilders? Oh, they went on a stage and they posed. That isn't bodybuilding. Real bodybuilding is about building your body big and strong, and it's a carryover to every sport. That's all it is. You're building more myofibrillar growth to make you stronger and faster, strength, power, speed, and performance. That's it. That's all bodybuilding is really about. It's not a sport because it can't be a sport because it compromises sportive performance when you're trying to build muscle because the eccentric, which is damaging. That's what bodybuilders do. We're eccentric lifters, very heavy. And number two, we don't go on stage. We don't pose on stage. We don't, that's cosmetic. That's something fake that people take drugs because it gives them a cosmetic look and they go on stage. So we don't do any of that. So what have these steroid people accomplished? What have they accomplished? That they could fake it, injecting, and go on a stage and pose. Okay. So what have I accomplished? See, here's the thing. What have I accomplished? What have I accomplished? Well, I've accomplished that I have experience, so I was able to find all the answers in science. That's how I'm able to find them and produce them everywhere. And I can prove everything that I say, not only just with science, physically, experience-wise, everything. Everything that I say, I can prove. There you go. What else can I do? I even showed what I look like, and even in my old age, and I don't even lift anymore. I'm not even a lifter, and I still look like a bodybuilder, and I don't even give a shit. And I have some nerve damage, but that's not from lifting. Nerve damage and stenosis, but that's not from lifting, bro. See what I mean? And I still manage even with that problem, with the nerve damage and shit. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Like, what have you accomplished? Well, real bodybuilding is not a sport. So what do you mean? What have you accomplished? Well, I carried it over to other sports. I did really well with it, especially in sprinting and a bunch of other stuff that I did. You know what I mean? Gymnastics and everything. So I don't know what he's talking about. Why does he equate that bodybuilding as a sport if it tells you that eccentric exercise compromises sportive performance? So if eccentric exercise compromises sportive performance, how can bodybuilding be a sport? It's impossible. You're damaging your muscles. It compromises sportive performance. You're in pain. You're repairing and remodeling that whole week before you come in to do it again, because you're going to the gym to build more myofibrillars, sarcomeres and parallel series, more myofibrillars. You get the picture, right? And some mass. But we're not doing concentric lifting, ass cheek squeezing. We don't want to squeeze our muscles, constantly squeeze them so that we could get them pumped up or something with sarcoplasmic fluid. We're not trying to build mass of sarcoplasm. So yeah, and then try to go on stage with low body fat or some crazy shit or whatever. That doesn't really work. And these natural people, when they do it, it doesn't really work for them very well. Have you seen those real natural fucking competitions? They really suck, man. Like, they just suck. They just look like skeletons, but whatever. Because they don't know what builds real muscle, because they follow the pack, concentric lifting, and that has failed everybody. That has failed everybody because they don't realize they've adapted to the eccentric. That's why it says in NCBI, a week after the first, a unique feature of eccentric exercise is that untrained subjects become stiff and sore the next day due to muscle damage. But a second bout, a second week of exercise, there's a reduction in that damage. Why? Because they've adapted to the eccentric. What was one of the proposed methods? What the adaptation was? An increase in sarcomere number and muscle fibers. So that is one of the proposed methods. What are the other ones? Well, it's the eccentric is going too light. You're going heavier on the concentric, but going down in the eccentric is going too light. So you're adapted. And so you're not overloading it because you remember you can always go heavier eccentrically because it's going down with gravity. And so anything in a lengthening position will cause damage and will cause muscles to grow. It activates the growth factors. So there's nothing that I lied about in my videos. But he has to attack my character and say slander, and somebody did slander, did this, did that. He has to attack me personally, say, what has he accomplished? Want to know why? Because he can't attack the science that I mentioned. Want to know why? Because it disproves everything that he talked about in all his videos. And that's what he's scared about, because when I came around and I proved it with science and everything that he's a fake, you understand me? He freaked out. He freaked out and he had to strike my video because he had to get rid of it. Didn't want anybody to see that. See what I mean? Because nobody out there is actually doing videos on him. I actually did him a favor. It probably would have drawn people to come to his channel, but I guess he doesn't want that. And after that thing goes away, the strike thing, I'm removing all videos. I don't want to have nothing to do with him. In my community section, whatever I wrote you, Mr. Gallant, I'm removing them. In this video too. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. I don't want to help you or promote your channel or anything. I don't really care about you. Like I said, somebody on my channel wanted me to do a video about you. And so I did. And then that was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it because you're just an a-hole. Get it? You're just a little, you got the manlet syndrome, Napoleon syndrome, or whatever the fuck you're suffering from, dude. I'll see you in the next video, friends. It's ridiculous, man. There's nothing for me to prove. You understand? There's nothing. Everything that I do does the talking. The science, the videos, the body, everything does the talking for me. The past, present, and future. I'm 58 years old. I don't even know how old you are. Somebody wrote you're 52, saying something you're better than me at 58. Well, whatever. Yeah, okay. Whatever, dude. See you in the next one. Ciao, friends. Man, ridiculous.